Welcome into CHGO Tavern Style. I'm Sean Anderson of CHGO White Sox.
And I'm Greg Boysen of CHGO Blackhawks.
CHGO Tavern Style is presented by Salerno's Pizza. Head over to the Grand Ave location and call 312-666-3444 to make a reservation today. Greg, we are coming up on the NFL draft. It's tomorrow. The Bears.
I had no idea.
It is tomorrow. I know.
You'd think they would talk about it around here.
You'd think the office would be a-buzzing, but it's not. Very quiet.
Okay.
It's almost like they're out hearing about a new stadium, which is weird. But anyways, we're going to be talking about the most painful Bears memories of our lifetime. Greg, not to throw you under the bus here, but you are older and you do have more memories. But I think one shared memory is 2019, the game against the Philadelphia Eagles, known as the Double Doink game. Why don't we start there and work our way back?
Yeah, that one sucked big time. Because even though you probably figured it was going to happen anyway, just the way it happened.
It wasn't the quarterback that let us down, which I think is the biggest thing.
We had some fourth quarter Mitch magic in that game. Like he did everything you wanted him to do in that game. And then Cody Park, wasn't he like 3 for 3 at that point? Like,
I don't think he missed at least in that game, no.
And then, yeah, I just remember in the basement of my old house just like dropping to my knees and like, you gotta be kidding me. But there was a positive of that. Because without that, we don't get all that footage of that amazing like field goal game kicker tryouts they had. Remember that? Where I think it might have been Goose Island. Like just let average Joes try to kick an extra point
on the street
in the snow, and nobody could do it. So I think, out of the ashes of the Double Doink, we got some quality footage.
Well, and then he had the game too. I forget which one it was. A windy game where he hit like 4 uprights, right? And then you see the training video where he's literally trying to practice to hit the uprights, and it's like you just try to practice to make a field goal.
I mean, practicing right down the middle sounds a little more advantageous to me, but what do I know? I'm not a football guy.
And then Mitch just started to spiral, and now we're in a ton of pain where there's been Justin and Mitch, and now hopefully Caleb can save us all. But yeah, no, I mean, I think that's really the most painful because we had a first-round quarterback that did everything right, and then our fucking kicker couldn't do it. I mean, they got Gary Anderson.
Trust a kicker.
Never trust a kicker.
Kickers suck. I hate kickers. They all suck.
I mean, Paul Ettinger doesn't suck. I don't want to give him all crap. But I think all quarterbacks at least have sucked in Chicago history. And I think the first time we got a taste of that was Jay Cutler's first year, 2009. They end up going to Atlanta. And this is, I think, like week 5. They take a 14-14 tie. It's in Atlanta. Michael Turner's the running back for the Falcons. Jay Cutler throws a touchdown pass to Greg Olsen. And then the Falcons are able to march down and score, make it 21-14. And the Bears still had like 3 minutes left. And they just weren't able to capitalize. They end up going, I believe, out turnover on downs on like a 4th and 10 because Desmond Clark couldn't catch a pass. And it's just like, we're supposed to have the guy. They went out and traded to get the guy. Here's the guy, Jay Cutler, to go lead us to a victory. And he couldn't do it. And then, that was kind of just setting up the next, 6 years with Jay Cutler.
And the 20, played in 2011, but 2010 season NFC title game at home against the Packers. He gets hurt. And they still could have won the game. They only lost 21-4. Caleb Haney almost led them back.
The greatest game of Caleb Haney's life.
That one stung for so many reasons because you lose in the NFC title game at home to the Packers of all teams. Your quarterback that was supposed to finally be the answer to all the Packers, he gets hurt, and then you lose in typical Bears versus Packers fashion. That one sucked a lot too. I drank a lot that day.
Yeah, not a good recipe for success there. But I think what else had people drinking was the Randall Cobb game as well, where Aaron Rodgers with the time expiring, Randall Cobb beats everyone's favorite Chris Conte and gets smoked for a touchdown.
It was a great call by Aaron Rodgers to call the Chris Conte falls down play in the huddle. That play always works.
It always works.
So kudos to him. For making that play call. It was the correct play call.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is such a great quarterback, as Herb Lawrence tells me, because he hit a wide-open Randall Cobb. All he had to do was just throw it in the 5-yard vicinity of Randall Cobb, and he would have caught it for a touchdown.
But he did it. We've had quarterbacks here that couldn't even do that.
That's true. Stop by Salerno's on tap located at 1201 West Grand Avenue in Chicago's West Town and enjoy their tavern-style pizza and ice-cold beers. Whether you're headed to the game, want to watch it live on their big screen TVs, or are watching from home, Salerno's has you covered. Go to salernospizza.com or call 312-666-3444 and mention CHGO to get half off your pizza. All right, Greg, take me back in the Wayback Machine.
All right.
I know you were looking at Doug Flutie's Pro Football Reference page.
Doug Flutie. I remember this because my dad was screaming at the television for 3.5 hours where this is going to sound like blasphemy, but I think we're far enough removed from Mike Ditka to realize Mike Ditka was a god-awful football coach, an amazing motivator, a great personality, but when it came to being a coach, he sucked.
Yeah.
And starting Doug Flutie in the playoff game in 1986, when you had the defending Super Bowl champions and you put the season in Doug Flutie, a tiny rookie, and you lose at home to the Washington Redskins. That one sucked. I just remember my dad, every time Flutie would like run for his life, he'd be like, "What is he doing out there?"
To be fair to Flutie, he played until like Drew Brees was in the league.
Yeah, but
he had a long career.
Yeah, but you also have to remember there was about a decade in the CFL before he came back to Buffalo.
Hey,
so if we had the Doug Flutie that got the cereal named after him, maybe things would have been different. But he was a fresh out of college rookie. Not the time. Not the time, Mike. And then my other worst memory of Bears football, again, falls in the lap of Ditka. How in the hell do you not get Walter Payton a touchdown in the Super Bowl?
That's fair.
Matsui gets a goal line carry. William effing Perry gets a goal line carry, and you can't get the greatest running back of all time a touchdown in a Super Bowl.
Yeah, but he got a ring.
I know, but I want him to have that moment. He earned that moment to get a Super Bowl touchdown after playing on so many shit teams in his career. Give the man a Super Bowl. Matsui doesn't need a Super Bowl touchdown.
That's fair.
Walter Payton did.
And I loved Matsui's run with the Yankees as well. But I think, at least with Payton, would everyone remember a 1-yard touchdown run from Walter Payton? Because I put up the Walter Perry touchdown with Hulk slamming Andre as memories of the 80s.
Yeah,
I wasn't alive, but
yeah, I mean,
those are my memories.
It was a pop culture thing. He'd done it before, but still, get Sweetness a touchdown.
I don't disagree.
The greatest of all time. He's on the Mount Rushmore of Chicago sports. It's like Michael Jordan not taking, getting a slam dunk in the finals.
It's like Michael Jordan, but if Michael Jordan was beloved and didn't have anyone slandering his name, I don't know. I've never heard any too much slander towards Walter.
Well, there's a couple books out there, but
okay.
Well,
I don't read too much.
Well, and the fact, well, Jordan had a lot of things after his playing career that rubbed people the wrong way. Sweetness just kind of rode into the sunset and was Walter Payton the rest of his life. So.
Running up that damn hill like Kate Bush.
Yeah.
That's Greg Boysen of CHGO Blackhawks. I'm Sean Anderson of CHGO White Sox. We're one more day away from Caleb Williams being your quarterback. Thank you to Salerno's Pizza for presenting CHGO Tavern Style.
We all silly like the mayor.